Deep in the woods there lives a family of weirdos. There is Pa Weirdo and Ma Weirdo. And then there are the kids. Big brother, medium brother, little sister, and finally baby. There is also Grammy and Grampy, but they don't live with the Weirdo family. They just come for visits on holiday. These are their stories. One day, while Ma was in the kitchen feeding the kids their favorite meal for lunch, spaghetti and grasshoppers, Pa came home from work early. "Hi, Dad! Hi, Dad! Hey, Dad!" "You're home early," Ma said to Pa excitedly. "Look at my noodle mustache, Dad," said Little. "I look just like you." Pa looked, but did not laugh. Ma could tell Pa was not feeling well. "What's wrong?" she asked.
"Oh, it's nothing really. I just don't feel very good, that's all. I have a headache this big."
Pa would have stretched out his hands to show Ma just how big his headache was, except Pa does not have hands. Still, his headache was pretty big.
"It feels like I was run over by a truck while crossing the street," said Pa.
"Oh dear," said Ma. "That would be awful, and cause quite the headache. Here, what you need is some medicine." With that, Ma turned to the cupboard where she always kept the medicine and pulled out a red and blue package. While most of the kids were still too busy eating lunch to notice this little exchange, it did not escape Little Brother's attention. "Hey," he thought to himself, "that looks like candy. I want some." Ma immediately turned to the kids as if she had read Little's thoughts. "Now, kids," she said, "this is not candy. It is medicine, and only to be used to help people feel better when they are sick." "Now," Ma said to Pa, handing him 2 little capsules, "take these with some water and go lie down." Pa nodded a thank you, then turned to leave the room. The rest of the day continued as normal for the Weirdo kids. At times they played nicely together, and at other times they had to sit in the corner until they remembered how to play nicely together. Baby and Little Brother fell asleep on the couch while watching their favorite show, The Adventures of the Brothers Johnny. Ma was in the yard working in the garden, and Pa in his room trying to sleep off his big headache. It was during this time that Little Brother woke up from his nap. He stretched his body as best he could, then hopped off the couch to find his brothers and sister. But no sooner had he begun his search than he realized he had a headache too. "Ah," he moaned, "my head is pounding." It felt like someone was inside his brain banging on the door to get out. Little was about to lie back down on the couch where it had felt much better. But then he thought of something even better. "I know," he said to himself. "I will get some medicine, just like Pa." Little remembered his mom said it was not candy. But surely this was an emergency, he thought. She said it was for making people better when they were sick, and he felt sick. So Little went into the kitchen, pushed a chair over to the cupboard, and got the medicine just like he had seen his mom do. Then he popped one into his mouth and began to chew. He said with delight. "This tastes like bubble gum. Hey, wait a minute. I thought Mom said this wasn't candy." Since it tasted so good, Little decided his head hurt just a little bit more, and it would be okay to take just one more piece of medicine. So he did. It was at this point that Big came in from playing. "Hey, Little, do you want to come out and play?" Big saw Little was chewing something. Then he saw the package of medicine on the counter. "Little, did you eat Dad's medicine?" "Yeah, but it tastes like gum." "That's not okay, Little. It can make you sick." Suddenly, Little was confused. He thought medicine was supposed to make you better, not sick. But just then, he started to feel even worse than he had before. Now his tummy hurt too. Big acted immediately. "Mom," he yelled, "Little swallowed medicine. He needs help." It took Ma and Pa only a few seconds to rush into the kitchen, see the medicine garbage on the counter, look at Little's bitter expression, and rush him out the door to the hospital. A couple hours later, everyone arrived back home. Little was a little pale, but feeling much, much better. "Little," said little sister, "you're not dead." "Nope, but I feel dead. They made me throw up to get the medicine out." "They made you throw up?" said Medium. He thought this was very cool. Big did too, but Big was more proud for having saved the day, and because he was allowed to babysit while Ma, Pa, and Little were at the hospital. "Yep," he thought, "I'm a good big brother." It was just then that Grammy and Grampy, having heard the news, stepped into the house. After making sure Little was okay and the normal chit-chat that usually accompanied their arrivals, Grampy said he had a little something to help Little and everyone else feel better. With that, he reached into his pocket and pulled out a pack of bubble gum. Everyone shouted for joy. Woohoo! Everyone, that is, except for Little, who covered his mouth so he didn't throw up again. The end.